All right, we wanted to say a word about our name. You guys already know our name. It's basically Team Expansion. And the reason why we bring this up is that we kind of ask you to use our name. And the way I compare it to, suppose you had an 8th grader that had just finished middle school, and he's going to go to high school. He's kind of nervous. He told his mom and dad he's kind of nervous. Maybe his name is, I don't know, let's say his name is Charles Jordan, and always throughout his life he's gone by Charles Jordan. It's what makes him feel safer or secure. He gets into 9th grade in the first classroom, and the teacher says, going through the roll, and it says, okay, now here's do you go by, what is your name? And he says, Charles Jordan, ma'am. And he tells his name, and the lady says, that's a mouthful. Is it okay if we just call you CJ? And he just pauses for a minute, and he looks back and he says, well, ma'am, if it's okay, can we just say Charles Jordan? And she says, I don't know, that's kind of a mouthful. I think it's okay. Class, don't you think? Let's just call him CJ. And in his mind, he's remembering some show he used to watch on TV with a bunch of girls in bathing suits. And there was some girl that had her nickname CJ. And he's thinking of how this name CJ reminds him of a girl's name. And for whatever it's worth, he asks, can't I just be Charles Jordan? And the teacher says, no, I'm sorry, we're just going to call you CJ. And for all of his high school, 4 years, the guy is CJ. Every time people say that, he thinks, why do they have to call me CJ? You know, we would like to ask people to call us Team Expansion. It's kind of a weird thing maybe, but here's why. Let me pick an easy one first. Anybody in here remember what IBM stands for?
International Business Machine.
Yeah, so IBM's pretty easy, and I guess that's because it's more well-known or recent. What is the name of the drugstore? Is it CVS? And is there a slash in there somewhere? I don't remember. Or is it just CVS? Anybody remember what CVS stands for? Nobody knows that one. A lot of people still remember what AT&T stands for.
Atlantic Telephone and Telegraph.
Now, you said Atlantic, but I know a lot of people, when I ask that question, they say American. You know, the problem I'm pointing out is that when you start abbreviating and acronyming and initialing, you begin to lose the values. Now, I recently did a study on this, and their CEO is pretty strong trying to get people to remember what this means. And he's asking people, this is the name that we are. These are our values. Does anybody use them? I mean, I can't remember what they were, and I just did this study on it, you know. My point is that if we start using initials, and I'm not even going to write it on the board, you know, if we start putting it on our extension cords, on our power strips, on our staplers, if we start using it in our private spreadsheets, on our documents, my fear is we lose the essence of who we are. We work in teams, and we are all about growth. It says something about who we are. So I'm just going to ask you to do us a favor. Can we always be Charles Jordan? Can we always be Team Expansion? That's this nugget.